God of War just can't be stopped. We know that it sold roughly about 3.1 million copies in 3 days, and now God of War has the honor of the best debut month ever for a PlayStation exclusive. What's going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. Hope everyone's having a great day. And I wanted to take a look at the NPD results for April as they put out the findings today. And of course, the headliner is the continued success of God of War. Now just read that headline again. God of War had the best debut month ever for a PlayStation exclusive. Notice they don't include a 4 after the PlayStation. They're literally talking that it's the best debut month for the entirety of PlayStation history, including the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4. So that means God of War did better than all the previous exclusives like Uncharted or Last of Us or Ratchet and Clank or Order 1886 or Bloodborne or whatever exclusive that comes to mind. God of War basically destroyed it. Not only was it the best-selling game in the United States, but its performance in the first month also outpaces all other PlayStation exclusives. And I am incredibly happy to see a game that I adore, a game that I gave a 10 out of 10, meet with such commercial success, because I know that we are going to get a sequel. It was never really a question if we were going to get one. But clearly, God of War has taken its place among the top of the PlayStation franchises. And I can see Sony giving more money and more resources to try to top what they did with this one. I don't know what you're going to call the second one. God of War, subtitle, Atreus kills everybody or something along those lines. But man, when this sequel comes out, God of War 2 in 3 years, it's going to be so good, and I'm so happy for everybody at Sony Santa Monica and Cory Balrog that they created this game that gamers everywhere wanted to play in record numbers. I mean, just look at this stat here. God of War came out on April 20th, so it was only available for 10 days in the month, but it was still able to break the record, beating Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which came out on the PlayStation 2 in October 2004. It beat out GTA, one of the GTA games, one of the best-selling GTA games, San Andreas. That is kind of mind-boggling. And like they said here at the end of the article, Sony still has 2 major exclusives coming up, although Detroit Become Human probably won't reach the sales sites, well, more than likely will not reach the sales sites of God of War, but they still have Spider-Man coming on September 7th, and who knows, it's possible Spider-Man could obtain that level of God of War has. It's a well-known superhero coming off the Avengers. People love Spider-Man. People love Marvel. Insomniac's a great developer. September is a really good month, although there is some baggage when it comes to Spider-Man games. A lot of them haven't really been good, but either way. Now, I wanted to quickly also go over the rest of the NPD findings here, because it was just a win, not only for PlayStation and not only for Nintendo, but Xbox did pretty well as to go along with it. They said PlayStation 4 software breaks records. PlayStation 4 software dollar sales in 2018 of April set an all-time April high for any platform since tracking began all the way back in 1995, and the previous record was held by Xbox 360 in April of 2008. So I guess the takeaway here is people want exclusives. People want amazing exclusives. And when you deliver on that promise of bringing a incredible exclusive with all the marketing behind it, all that muscle, you're rewarded with incredible sales. Record-breaking sales. So let this be a lesson not only for Microsoft and Nintendo, but for Sony. Let them learn from what they just accomplished with God of War, and hopefully they can replicate that success with other titles down the future. They also talk about MLB 18 continuing its strong performance. Ubisoft is still the top publisher. Far Cry 5 was April's second best-selling game and remains the bestseller of the year. Nintendo Labo did pretty well, unfortunately. I'm not a fan of cardboard, and I don't think most people are either. Now, on hardware, PlayStation 4 hardware also broke a record. Surprise, surprise. That's kind of the theme here. Sony's PlayStation 4 was the best-selling console hardware platform in April and remains the best-selling console hardware platform year-to-date. The PlayStation 4 generated the highest April unit sales for a console since the Wii in April 2009, and the highest April dollar sales for a console since the Wii in April 2008. Once again, reiterating the fact that if you create a marquee title that is exclusive to your console and you put everything behind it, and it's just that good, critical success, you will be met with commercial success, record-breaking success. That is what God of War has brought Sony. PS4 Pro sales get a boost because of the PS4 Pro Terabyte limited edition for God of War. Gamepad sales are up. All the good stuff. The industry is in a healthy position with E3 coming right around the corner. We get to kind of look at behind the curtain of what's coming in the future. And here's the top 20 games. You have God of War, Far Cry 5, MLB, Labo, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart 8, Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty, Super Mario, NBA 2K18, PUBG, Ghost Recon, Legend of Zelda, Monster Hunter, Rainbow Six Siege, A Way Out, Yakuza 6, Sea of Thieves, Kirby, and FIFA 18. Now you take a look here, number 4, 5, and 6 are also exclusive to the Switch, Labo, Donkey Kong, and Mario Kart 8. So it seems that exclusives, or at least great exclusives, can help sell a console. We've always known that exclusives have always mattered. The discussion was more, when do they matter the most? At the beginning of a generation, at the middle of a generation, or at the end? And it's looking like God of War is pretty much saying it matters at the end as well. Considering all the record success that they're showing here. And they also show off the numbers here for Xbox One, PlayStation, and Switch, what titles were the best here. And for year-to-date, Far Cry 5 is number 1, Monster Hunter World number 2, and God of War in 10 days. God of War in 10 days became the third best-selling game year-to-date. And I recommend everybody check out Matt Piscatella. He goes over all this stuff in depth on his Twitter and also on his YouTube channel. So it's really great information if you're interested in just following along the industry and how healthy it is and learning more about sales and things of that nature. But of course, like I mentioned before, the takeaway, God of War. If you build it, they will come. It took 5 years to make. It's one of the best games of the generation. I love it. And it got rewarded with amazing sales. And Sony saw record dollar sales and unit sales for the PlayStation because of it. That's the takeaway I took from all this stuff. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. Leave a comment below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe and notification button if you want to be always notified when I drop new content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.